Hi, I'm Fox. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. The theme of today's class is connecting and really grounding into Mother Earth. So to begin, we'll get into a comfortable seated position, closing those eyes, having our palms face up on our knees, and just begin to connect to the breath. Noticing the rise and fall of the chest or belly. Noticing any sensation. Maybe the air going in your nose and then out. Maybe playing around with sighing on the exhale, paying attention to how that makes you feel, noticing any differences. I'm going to bring in a mantra to really help us connect to Mother Earth and bow down to her wisdom. The mantra is in Sanskrit, which is the language of yoga, and is considered to be extremely healing and sacred. So for today, the mantra is Namo Namaha, which means with divinity and grace, I bow down to you. You don't have to join me to receive the benefits. You can just listen. Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha. Again, breathing deeply, noticing how you feel mentally, physically. Now we are going to bring our palms face down on our knees and just start doing some circles with the hip. Feeling the earth below you. Noticing all the sensations in the body. Opposite direction. Maybe going forward on the inhale and exhaling, going back. Now we can open the eyes if they are not already open. We are going to take the right hand and bring it onto the left knee. Then we are going to take that opposite arm, bring our palm face up to the sky. And we're going to bring it up and over for a side body stretch. Yes. Releasing those shoulders away from the ears. Keeping the shoulders stacked, the chest open. Noticing the sensations in the side body. Now we're going to come back up to center, and we are going to bring the left hand behind us for a twist. So we're going to inhale, lengthen that spine, tucking that tailbone down to the ground, to Mother Earth. And then exhale, allowing that twist to come from the upper body, looking behind you. Release the shoulders away from the ears. And just breathe deeply. Now come back up to center, and we will do that on the opposite side. So again, palm up to the sky, and then we will bring it up and over, shoulders stacked, looking up to the sky if you can, if it's comfortable. If you're outside, maybe looking up to the sky above, the beautiful blue sky of our home, of Mother Earth. And we'll come back up to center and come into the twist. Again, we can inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist, or deepen into that twist. Then we'll come back to center, and we can swing those legs around and come into tabletop. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders, pressing firmly into the thumb and forefinger. Breathing deeply. And we're going to tuck our toes and come up to downward dog. Bring those hips up to the sky. Trying to press our heels towards the ground. Still pressing firmly into the four corners of our hands. You can maybe walk out to downward dog if that feels comfortable. Or I personally kind of just like bouncing. Bring the heels up and then closer to the earth. Now we'll come back to center. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet, just folding over our legs. You can have the knees bent and have the body, the upper body being supported by the thighs. Or you can try to straighten those legs. Really trying to push the tailbone up towards the sky. Then we're going to bring our arms up to the sky, coming to standing, palms together, and exhale, hands heart center. Just breathing deeply. We can come to the top of the mat if we aren't already. And we are going to bring that right leg behind us, coming into a high lunge. Pressing firmly into the front foot, allowing the knee to be stacked directly over the ankle. Trying to tuck that tailbone down to the ground. Maybe looking up to the sky. Then we are going to bring that back foot firmly onto the ground, bringing it parallel to the short edge of our mat. And bring our arms out wide behind or beside us. Having them parallel to the earth below. Pressing firmly into the feet. Then we are going to come into extended side angle. So with that front leg bent, we are going to bring our arm onto that leg, and then we are going to bring the other arm up and above for a full side body stretch. really noticing all the sensations in the body. We're going to come back up, warrior two. We're going to do just a little stretch thing. So we're going to bring this back arm down to our leg and bring the other arm up and above. Just kind of stretching in the opposite direction. Then we'll come back up to center. High lunge. And then come back to standing. Again, breathing deeply. Pressing firmly into the feet. Now, we stay where you are, but we are going to bring our right leg out, open, coming up onto the toes, and then opening up the leg. Now we can stay here. We can bring the maybe foot up to the shin. Do not bring the foot up to the knee. That is the only place that you shouldn't. So either have it on the shin, or if you want to, you can bring it up towards the thigh. Whew. Playing around with the balance, seeing what you feel, what feels best. My balance is real bad right now, but playing with it, noticing what the body needs, pressing firmly into that standing foot, staring in one direction at one non-moving spot. And we're going to release that leg. And we will go and do that on the opposite side. So we'll bring our left leg back up for a high lunge. Breathing deeply, maintaining a straight spine. Then we're going to bring that foot, back foot, parallel to the short edge of the mat for warrior two. Extend it at side angle. Bring that front arm down, back arm up and forward. Noticing the sensations. Pressing firmly into the floor below you, into Mother Earth. We're going to engage that core, come back up to standing. Now we're going to bring our back arm to our back leg and bring that front arm up and back. Stretching in the opposite direction. We can come back to warrior two. Taking some deep breaths. We'll come back to high lunge. Step that foot forward. And then we'll come into tree pose on the opposite side. So bringing that left leg, we're going to come up onto the toes. Try and bring the leg out. And then again, bring that leg to wherever feels comfortable. Pressing firmly through the standing foot. Having your eyes in one non-moving focal point. Feeling the earth below you. Just noticing how your balance is today. Where it is at. Maybe how it's different on this side versus the other side. And we can bring that foot back down. We're going to bring our arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold over those legs for a standing forward fold. Then we're going to come up for a half lift. So we can either bring our hands to above our knees or we can bring them to our shins. And we just want to maintain a straight back, maybe looking forward. And exhale, fold over those legs once again. Then we're going to bring our hands up to sky, back up to standing, palms together. And then bring our hands to heart center. Just taking some time to breathe. Noticing the earth below you. Maybe closing the eyes. Maybe shifting your weight from one foot to the other. We can open our eyes and come back onto the mat into a seated position. Breathing deeply. Maybe doing some stretches you feel called to, whether it's rolling the shoulders, doing circles with the neck. Just notice what your body wants. Playing around with what feels good. We'll come back up to center. Bringing our palms face up. Closing our eyes for Shavasana, final resting pose. If you'd like to come lay down, you are welcome to. Or you can stay seated. Just breathing deeply. Noticing that earth below you. Mother Earth. You can imagine yourself releasing through the navel anything that no longer serves to Mother Earth, to be turned into something better. Maybe certain things have come up where there are stressors. You can inhale, breathing in all that positive, loving energy from Mother Earth. And exhale, releasing all that no longer serves. Now I kind of want to help bring in the feeling of gratitude. Thinking of anything in your life you can be grateful for, no matter how small and simple it may be. Maybe it was choosing to do this yoga practice. Maybe you're grateful because you were productive. Just breathing deeply and taking some time to be grateful. And if it feels like you have nothing to be grateful for, maybe you're grateful for the shelter you have, for the water, maybe the freedoms you had in the country you have. Just breathing deeply. And then we can flutter open those eyes. Bring our arms up to the sky, palms together. And bringing our hands heart center. Once again, closing those eyes. Just breathing. Then we're going to bow our head down, bring our hands up to the third eye, the middle of the eyebrows. Taking time to be grateful for the body, for the breath, for yourself for taking this time, for Mother Earth, and for all the ancient yogis and yoga teachers who are keeping this practice alive. Now back, hands back, head back up. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.